chapter 30 through 33. So there was a Disney movie, Out of My Mind, recently came out. So if you join the Disney Channel on your phone or on your device, you can watch it. I haven't watched it yet. It's pretty recent. It came out in 2024. Oh, is it good? Have you watched it? Well, that's wonderful. After reading the book or before reading the book? Before reading the book. Okay. Yeah, so that's Melody. All right. So the first question was about, so she was devastated at the airport when everybody else left her and then didn't even tell her that the flight was canceled. So her heart was filled with fury, anger, frustration, and then right after that, the author made this horrible, tragic thing happen in Melody's life. What was the tragedy? Everybody, please tell it at the same time. What was the tragedy that happened? Yeah. So Melody really wanted to prove herself strong, and she insisted going to the school, even though it was stormy, rainy. The mom had a horrible headache, and then, what kind of condition was Dad in? Everybody, Dad. He was angry, and then he punched his fist into the wall, so he was aching in his hand, and then Penny was like very distracted, and then what? Melody, she was like being really, really selfish. The world has to revolve around me. All the issues are about me. And then she insisted. She didn't consider other people's situations, and she insisted going to school. So Mom was like, "Hey, Melody, can we just stay at home? Today is a really difficult day for everyone." But the Melody was like, "No." She insisted, and she was very stubborn. And while everybody was so distracted because of the situation, the weather, and then the condition, Penny got out of the room. And then Penny, what happened to Penny? She got hit by Mom's car. And Melody found it out later. She felt horrible. And then she was very anxious to learn what would happen to Penny. And then luckily, miraculously, Penny hurt her leg, but she survived, and her brain was okay. She didn't get hurt in the head. So what is the reason that the author juxtaposed the airport incident and then Penny's accident, like right next to each other? I think the intention of the author was to give Melody a transition, a turning point in her life. So sometimes like we can constantly like complain about our own situation. Oh, I'm so misfortunate. I'm so unlucky. Why are these things happening to me? And then we forget to be grateful and we forget to be thankful. But then after Penny miraculously survived the incident, Melody didn't even care about the airport. It was nothing. It was not big of a deal. So the author wanted to tell Melody and tell us that sometimes bad things, horrible things happen to you, but that it's not the end of the world, because there are so many wonderful things that are already going on in your life that you are failing to appreciate, that you're failing to notice the presence of our family, mommy, daddy, and warm house, and then the fact that we can go to school and get education, and then the fact that we were born in South Korea instead of North Korea. We take all of that for granted. So, and then we fail to notice the wonderful things that are going on in our life. And we realize that only even more tragic accident happens. And before that, Melody was like all about me, like it's all about me. But then now she started being more considerate to people around her. Yeah, okay. Oh, it was a very satisfying moment for Melody. So when she finally returned to school and then faced all the teammates on the quiz team, what did Melody do? Please describe everybody at the same time. Yeah, she turned up the volume as high as possible at Minute Talker, and then she was like, "Why did everyone leave me behind?" Right? And then what was the teacher and what was the kids' reaction to that? What did they say?
I thought you would, Claire said, I thought you would slow us down. And
she didn't actually say that. She didn't say that. What did they... what did they give? What did they give to Melody, everybody?
Trophy.
It was like a cheap plastic ninth
And the
place
straw.
trophy, and then what did Melody do to it? She smashed it, and then it was fell down onto the floor, and then it broke into pieces. It was such a satisfying moment for the readers because Melody didn't let other people bring her down, and that she didn't let other people decide her worth. She took control over her own self-esteem, and then she showed them, she proved to them all of their actions, although they were horrible and mean and cruel, it didn't affect Melody one bit. So in life, sometimes people might throw all kinds of trash at you in terms of like verbal abuse or like physical abuse, but it's your choice whether to pick up the trash and then put it into your pocket. Don't do that. Even if people throw trash at you, don't bother to put it into your pocket. Yeah, because it's not yours. And never let other people affect your self-worth. Okay, yeah, let's practice 45 seconds all together, and we're gonna do the lottery. Yes. Huh? Yeah, anything. Okay, all together. Ready, set, start. So the reason why the author made this tragic accident, Penny happened right next to Melody's episode at the airport, is that to show that life can be filled with frustrating moments, and then sometimes we feel like that's the end of our life and we just want to give up. But actually, there are a lot more hidden blessings that are already working perfectly in our lives. And Melody was able to recognize all the blessings only because of the tragic accident that almost took away Penny's life. So after that, that thing happened, Melody was able to recognize that those mistreatments from classmates and teachers didn't mean one bit to her. Okay, so I'm gonna make a table. While I'm doing that, practice one more time, everybody. Okay, without looking at the paper. Without looking at the paper altogether. Ready, set, start. Okay. Well, some people not practicing at all. Cover your ears, everybody. Practice all together. There was some people who were just playing. Ready, set, start. Okay, Cheon이. Okay, so we're gonna hear from Cheon이. So Cheon이 talk. Other people all cover your ears. Cheon can only make sound. Other people ferociously move your lips. If you do not practice, you have to stay, and then you have to like talk to me one extra minute in front of the bathroom. Okay, so Cheon talk. Everybody ferociously practice with your lips. Ready, set, start.
His team members were trying to make Melody feel better by telling her, I thought you couldn't make the time. But Melody wasn't distracted by their talking and she just thought about herself and she didn't let people just underestimate her and she threw the trophy and it was broken. I think it's a symbolize for her broken heart and how she felt when they left and how they are feeling right now when they left Melody back on their country.
Mm-hmm.
Just want to wish for you please.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So like they just like gave the trophy to feel better about themselves and to feel less guilty. And Melody was not distracted by their cheap efforts, but then she just like showed that she's not the person who will be affected by anybody's attempt to bring her down. Okay, very good.